Welcome to our second episode on current affairs for CSE Mains 25. Today we begin with groundbreaking findings from Kutch, Gujarat. Dr. Sen, could you elaborate on how the recent IIT Gandhinagar-led study changes our understanding of early human presence in the region?
Absolutely. The research pushes human habitation in Kutch back by over 50 years, predating the Harappan civilization. The evidence includes prehistoric shell remains and stone tools, suggesting a flourishing hunter-gatherer society thriving amidst mangrove forests, very different ecology than today's arid landscape.
That's fascinating, especially given the region's present-day climate. Can you explain how accelerator mass spectrometry, or AMS, was used in this context to date these findings so precisely?
AMS works by measuring the decay of carbon isotopes in organic materials in this case, ancient shell remains. This technique is far more sensitive than traditional radiocarbon dating and allowed researchers to confirm that these sites are significantly older than any previously known settlements in Kutch.
So, do these discoveries suggest a gradual evolution of civilization in Kutch, rather than a sudden emergence tied to the Harappans?
Exactly. The evidence points to local adaptation, with early communities mastering their environment through toolmaking and exploitation of coastal resources. This gradual progression likely laid foundational knowledge like understanding water sources and navigation that later benefited Harappan settlers.
Building on that, let's delve deeper into the daily lives of these pre-Harappan inhabitants. What do the stone tools and shell remains tell us about their survival strategies?
The diversity of stone tools implies they weren't just basic gatherers, they produced specialized implements for cutting, hunting, and processing shellfish. Living in mangrove-rich areas, they depended heavily on shell species, almost like how some modern coastal communities rely on seafood as a primary protein source.
That comparison helps clarify their resourcefulness. How does this adaptation compare to what's seen in other ancient civilizations, say Mesopotamia or Egypt?
Great question. Like the Nile or Tigris-Euphrates valleys, these early Kutch communities exploited their unique environment. However, while river civilizations often focused on agriculture, Kutch's early people adapted to a mosaic of wetlands and mangroves, indicating a flexible approach to subsistence and settlement.
Given these findings, could we say their environmental knowledge influenced the later development of the Harappan civilization in this region?
Certainly. Their deep understanding of local geology, water sources, and navigation routes would have provided a critical knowledge base for the sophisticated urban planning seen in Harappan-era Kutch settlements.
Let's transition south to Tamil Nadu, where the Keeladi excavations continue to challenge our understanding of ancient Indian urbanism. Dr. Sen, what are the standout discoveries from Keeladi, and why are they significant?
Keeladi has unearthed evidence of a literate urban society dating back to the 6th century BCE. The discovery of graffiti on pottery resembling Indus script, along with well-planned settlements and a terracotta pipeline, highlights advanced urban planning and water management in the heart of the Sangam era.
The terracotta pipeline is particularly intriguing. Could you explain how it reflects technological sophistication, perhaps by comparing it to similar systems in other ancient civilizations?
Certainly, the pipeline suggests a systematic approach to water distribution, akin to Roman aqueducts or Indus Valley drains, but adapted to local materials and needs. This points to indigenous technological evolution, illustrating that advanced civic amenities existed in southern India long before many assumed.
Given these parallels, how might Keeladi reshape our understanding of the spread and diversity of urban cultures in ancient India?
Keeladi demonstrates that urbanization wasn't a northern monopoly. It supports the idea of multiple, regionally distinct urban traditions, each innovating in response to their specific ecological and cultural contexts.
Turning to northeast India, the Daojali Hading site in Assam has made headlines for its Neolithic era discoveries. Dr. Sen, what makes Daojali Hading stand out among Indian archaeological sites?
Daojali Hading is remarkable for its evidence of early metallurgy furnace remains and iron slagas, well as polished stone tools, cord-marked pottery, and grinding implements. This suggests a community transitioning from purely stone-based technology to early metalworking, a significant leap in technological capability.
How does the emergence of metallurgy here compare with developments in other parts of India or the world at that time?
Globally, the move from stone to metal tools marked the dawn of complex societies. In India, most early metallurgy is documented in the northwest, so finding such early evidence in Assam expands our understanding of technological innovation across the subcontinent, challenging the notion of a single diffusion route.
Given these findings, what can we infer about cultural exchanges or independent innovation in the region?
While some similarities suggest interaction with Southeast Asia, many features like the unique pottery styles point to indigenous innovation. Daojali Hading thus adds a new dimension to our map of ancient Indian civilizations, highlighting both diversity and connectivity.